Test, test, test. All right, graduates, let's get back. Thank you.
do you think, Jackie?
Good evening. My name is Chad Sudini, principal of Peshtigo High School. On behalf of our graduates, students, staff, administration, and Board of Education, I want to thank you for being here tonight to celebrate with our soon-to-be graduates. At this time, please rise for the singing of our national anthem by our senior members of the concert choir under the direction of Miss Megan Steer. It is my pleasure to introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2023, Grant Bauman.
On behalf of the 2023 graduating class, I would like to welcome students, family, and friends who willingly decided to cram into this gym while you guys tried to listen to me over the sound of whatever this giant white fan is. About 4 years ago, we were wrapping up our 8th grade year and getting ready to be the big dog in high school. Now, in retrospect, I think it's easy to point out all the good moments we have had together. Although these 4 years are not at all like the annoying movies, I have been locked in a small gym locker before. On top of this, we won the Spirit Stick twice, and I know some of the class of 2022 girls in here are somehow actually mad about that. We also have an unlimited bank of Snapchat memories, which are probably better kept to ourselves. So I guess it's really here. All of us in the blue robes are ready to accept our diplomas. As we move on from this moment, I'm excited to see the different directions we go. Let's just hope we don't end up like Mason Doberstein's pencils throughout all of high school. Completely lost. Thank you and welcome to the class of 2023's graduation ceremony. All right, so I wanted to start this speech off with a joke, but Mr. Sodini put a red pen through it, so it's probably for the best. but I'll get right into it. Throughout the past 4 years of our lives, most of us have spent over 7 hours per weekday inside this building, unless you decided to skip school or showed up late. Landon Byer, excuse me. In this time together, we have formed new friendships and probably some enemies too. Our class cannot thank our teachers enough for constantly putting up with our nonsense at 380 Green Street. Some of us were good and respectful, but others were constantly yelled at, given detentions, or kicked out of class. The fact that these teachers could put up with this for 4 years is a true testament to their patience and willingness to watch us prosper in the future. As I was trying to devise a topic for the speech, a question dawned upon me. What is time? Originally, I was like, wow, that's a deep question. Then I realized that Mrs. Trimberger asked me this question in first grade when we worked with yellow plastic clocks. I also thought about the many physicists and mathematicians that have made equations to quantify time, such as Einstein and Newton. I reflected upon this and discerned that time isn't exactly quantifiable. It's unique to every person, and boy, have we had a wild ride at PHS. So many memories have been made between our class over the past 4 years. We have all witnessed Bethany and Allison laughing uncontrollably. Mason always nagging with the question, "You got any food?" Or even, though teachers say there's no such thing as a dumb question, Lex, buddy, I'm sure you've changed your mind a couple of times. Wherever we go in life, endless anecdotes have been made to our class specifically, and I'm glad that time has permitted us to be together. I could tell an abundance of stories up here right now, but administration behind me wouldn't necessarily deem them as appropriate. Oh well. One of my favorite quotes comes from Joe Dirt, where he says, "Life's a garden, dig it." Over the past years, the class of 2023 have started planting and sprouting their gardens. Although some gardens may be dormant, niche, or full of petunias and roses, I can see everyone's garden growing to their desire and full potential. Think about how much we have accomplished in the past 4 years and what the next 20 years will hold for us. As we depart from Peshtigo High School after this day, our resilience will serve us well in our future endeavors. Freshman year, we said, nah, we quit school in March. Sophomore year, we slept through classes on Google Meet. Junior year, we actually did school. And this year, senioritis kicked in. Disregarding this, we have all worked hard, solidified our passions, and are enthusiastic to reach out in our next step of life. As I end this speech, the class of 2023 can testify that I am not the greatest at giving advice unless it is homework answers. But in the future, I want to leave you with one quote that everyone can benefit from. Dominique Armani Jones stated, "I'm not worried about you, I'm going to do what I do, and I do my thing." Class of 2023, go out in the big scary world and don't be frightened to form your own path. Blaze your own trail. I want to see everyone on their endless pursuit of happiness. Thank you.
Please welcome back our senior members of the concert choir as they will sing "I'm Still Your Dreamer." Please welcome to our stage our salutatorian for the class of 2023, Achal Gowda.
We've all worked hard to be here today. Every one of us has earned the right to be here, but not one of us could have done it alone. Whether it was a parent, family member, friend, or teacher, each of us has had at least one person who helped us reach this point. This graduation is about us, but it should also be about the people who encouraged us, supported us, taught us, and made sure we never gave up. It is incredibly easy to take for granted all the things the people in our lives do for us. Everyone's situation is different, but the conclusion is almost always the same. Without the people around us, we wouldn't have made it to where we are, and even if we had, our achievements wouldn't have meant anything without the people we love to share them with. In the next year, we will meet new people and find new friends. But in doing so, we shouldn't forget those who have stood behind us this far. For 18 years, give or take, we have been loved, supported, accepted, tolerated, and cheered on by the greatest group of friends and family anyone could hope to ask for. Now, it is up to us to make sure that their time and their sacrifices for our happiness have not been in vain. Now is the time to show the people around us that we have earned the effort they have made to help us succeed, and that we will take that effort and use it to make something of ourselves. By this, I don't mean money or fame or great professional success. I mean that we take the lessons we have learned over all these years and use them to live our lives in a way that embodies those key tenets: kindness, generosity, honesty, and perseverance. Most of all, I hope that each one of us can find it in ourselves to accept others the way we have been accepted, support others the way we have been supported, and pass on what we have been taught. It's easy to get caught up in the struggles of life, but it's important to remember that while it may seem that those struggles are yours alone, the person sitting right next to you has their own struggles. Once we acknowledge this, it's clear that we are never really alone, because as long as there is something worth struggling for, we have purpose. For the last year, we've all been forced to contemplate what it is that we want to do with our lives. For some, it may seem as though they have a clear and set path, and for others, that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm here to tell you that you won't truly understand your purpose in a week, a month, a year, or even a decade. The way I see it, the purpose of life is to spend it finding your purpose, and as futile as that may sound, it doesn't need to happen now. As I mentioned before, we all have people around us to guide us in this process, and that doesn't stop just because we're graduating. All anyone can do is take life one step at a time and enjoy the journey with the people around you. Thank you.
Sit back and enjoy our concert band under the direction of Miss Deanna Procyse. Peshtigo High School is very fortunate to have many scholarships. Our students were honored at a banquet on May 17th. At this time, I ask all students who were recognized at that banquet to please stand. Congratulations. As students move past their high school graduation, either to the workforce, technical college, or four-year university, it is important to thank those students who choose to enter into the military. At this time, I ask all students who will be going into the military to please stand. During gatherings such as this, it's important to remember that this may not be possible without our military veterans. At this point, I want to recognize the veterans here today. If you have served or are currently serving, would you please stand? Thank you. It is my honor to introduce our guest speaker that was chosen by the class of 2023. Please welcome Senora Lemire.
First of all, thank you for bestowing upon me the honor of speaking in front of all of you today. I'm very pleased to be here to join you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. Class of 2023, today is your day. Congratulations to all of you. You should be very proud of yourselves for accomplishing your goal. Parents, families, teachers, and friends of graduates, congratulations to all of you too, for it is all of your support, encouragement, and love that has brought each of these individuals to this momentous occasion. Graduates, my message for you today centers around a topic that affects each and every one of you, no matter the path that you take after graduation. Whether you enter the workforce, the military, or go on to post-secondary schooling or training, you will be navigating all of the challenges along a path that eventually leads to adulthood. I frequently hear the topic of growing up being discussed within my classroom throughout the building during your senior year. It's always interesting to me that this topic is met with mixed emotions by you. A few of you seemingly ready to embrace adulthood and all of the responsibilities that come with it, while the majority of you shy away from it, realizing that the support system that is already set firmly in place tends to provide you with a certain amount of comfort, ease, and protection for many of the trials and tribulations that life can throw your way. To quote Sebastian Yatra's song, Dos Oruguitas, from the movie Encanto, up to this point, you've been like little caterpillars, cocooned and waiting, each in your own world, anticipating what happens after the rearranging. Today marks the beginning of your rearranging. When it comes to growing up, I find it interesting that in our modern society, we cannot pinpoint a certain milestone or rite of passage that actually determines that we are grown up. Is it when we move out of our parents' house, get our first jobs and are financially independent, get married, or have children? we tend to agree that growing up can be defined as having reached a level of both physical and mental maturity, and of course, no longer relying on our parents for day-to-day needs. Parents, I'm sure that you are waiting for that day to come. Growing up means growing in your freedom, your independence, and your responsibilities. As Toni Morrison said, freedom is choosing your responsibility. It's not having no responsibilities, it's choosing the ones you want. Graduates, you now have the freedom to choose your own destiny. This newfound freedom is exciting, but a little bit scary at the same time. There is no roadmap to lead you from point A to point B, and life has a way of causing us all to make changes to even the most well laid out of plans. On your graduation day, I want to share with you some advice that's helped me to navigate the tough choices and uncertainty that come with growing up. When I think about what it means to grow up, what truly distinguishes childhood from adulthood, it means doing the right thing, even when you don't want to, even when it's an inconvenience to you. Back in 2005, I listened to a podcast on NPR that completely changed my outlook on what it means to do what's right. I heard an essay presented by Deidre Sullivan in which she advised, always go to the funeral. Both literally and metaphorically, this simple piece of advice has stuck with me. Literally, it means getting in the car and going to the funeral. Putting others before yourself. Showing up, even when you're uncomfortable, and have no idea what to do or what to say, but doing it anyway because it's the right thing to do. Metaphorically, you can apply this idea to virtually anything. Always go to the funeral means that you have to do the right thing, even when you really don't feel like it. I'm talking about those things that represent only inconvenience to me, but that mean the world to the other person. You know, attending a painfully underattended party, reaching out to offer support to someone who's struggling, or volunteering your time to lend a hand, even when no one asks or expects you to. As your teacher, living this motto might have looked like agreeing to write a letter of recommendation on very short notice, throwing a graduation party for your class to make sure that every student got at least one party, or giving a commencement speech in front of hundreds of people, although it is absolutely terrifying to me because some very special people asked me to do it, and I can't tell them no. Movies make us think that life involves these epic battles of good versus evil, but remember that most days our real battle is doing something good versus doing nothing at all. My second piece of advice for you is that growing up means not giving up in the face of adversity. You will experience disappointments. You will fail along the way. As a society, we tend to focus on the setbacks rather than focusing on the lessons that come from them or the clarity that is gained from struggling through them. I wasn't much older than you when I experienced my first big adult disappointment. It took me all of one semester at the University of Minnesota to realize that I was not going to be a business major when I could not grasp any of the required concepts in the course, Operations and Management Statistics in Business Administration. You guys have heard about that experience already. I worked as hard as I could all semester long, going to see the TA and the professor every opportunity I could get. I studied incessantly for that course, and no matter what I did, I couldn't pass it. I withdrew from the course 1 week before the final exam, accepting that no amount of preparation was going to prevent me from failing. At that moment, I was completely devastated. I hit a wall. I had no idea what I was going to do. And believe it or not, the last thing I imagined myself being was a teacher. But I didn't quit school. I didn't give up. I paused and I reflected on the courses I was taking. It was the clarity that came from failure that allowed me to see that Spanish was my true passion, not business. Failing OMS BA set the course of my future on a whole new path, not just in terms of a career, but also in terms of the experiences I have had and the friendships I have made along the way. Today, I can look back and say, I'm happy that I failed that course. Albert Einstein once said that failure is success in progress. Graduates, I challenge you to let life's disappointments drive you rather than to let them defeat you. Your path today will not necessarily be your path 5 years from now or 10 years from now, and that's okay. F. Scott Fitzgerald summed up this idea with, never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. Which brings me to my last piece of advice to help you navigate the process of growing up. While at times you may feel the weight of the responsibilities that come with adulthood, don't let them weigh you down. Growing up does not have to mean becoming too serious, growing cynical, or even growing overly critical of yourself and the world around you. You've asked me multiple times about what I will miss most about you. I can say with certainty that what I will always remember about the class of 2023 is your contagious laughter, your bright smiles, and your ability to bring lightheartedness to the most difficult of days. You most definitely have mastered the art of positive thinking. I've seen time and time again how you approach life's challenges with a positive outlook. It's not that you avoid or ignore the bad things, but rather that you make the most of the potentially bad situations. You try to see the best in other people, and you view yourself and your abilities in a positive light. Best said by Winston Churchill, the positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. Graduates, as you continue to grow and change, don't lose this trait. I know that you're capable of achieving great things. In conclusion, growing up means showing up, even when you don't want to. It means not giving up, even when you want to. And it means keeping your chin up, even in the face of adversity. While the next stage in life might seem daunting to you, I assure you that the next few years are going to be some of the most amazing and adventurous of your entire life. So as you prepare to spread your wings, remember the ultimate message of Dos Oruguitas. Oh, butterflies, don't you hold on too tight. Oh, you know, it's your time to go, to fly apart, to reunite. Wonders surround you, just let the walls come down. Don't look behind you, fly till you find your way toward tomorrow. Congratulations, class of 2023. I cannot wait to see where you go as you spread your wings and fly.
At this time, I signify that the class of 2023 has completed all the coursework as prescribed by the Peshtigo Board of Education. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Peshtigo High School, I present the class of 2023 to our Board of Education President, Mr. Gary Larson.
Welcome, graduates, family, friends, and staff. Graduates, you have committed many years to this day, from the recesses in grade school to the big exam weeks and everything in between. I can assure you the memories will last a lifetime. If you look back around you, you may see your best friends who have been and always will be there for you. Continue to support each other as the next step in life, no matter what the direction, will be intimidating. You're entering the real world. It will be a learning experience. Do not stray away from looking to those who have supported you in the past when things get rough. It's an honor to be here speaking for the Board of Education. As a parent of 2 Peshtigo graduates, I know the feeling of pride and excitement from those who have supported you. Graduates, please take time today to thank your supporters. This day is probably one of the happiest days. I know it was one of mine. As the Board of Education, we appreciate you taking advantage of all the opportunities presented to you. At Peshtigo, we will continue to offer the top-notch education, including academic, industrial, and fine arts. Our goal is to prepare you for the challenges you will face throughout life. Graduates, you have each put the time and effort into the diploma you will receive today. The next step in life will require the same time and effort. The work you put in will reflect on your success. No matter the route you choose after today, represent yourself with pride. Look how far you have come. This is just the start. Every single one of you will take it the next step, be it the four-year university, tech school, the workforce, or the military. The impact you have on our society will not go unnoticed. You are the future. Accomplish great things. Congratulations, the class of 2023.
Please welcome our Peshtigo School District Superintendent, Mr. Patrick Rao.
Congratulations, class of 2023, and congratulations to the families and the friends who are joining us in our celebration. Tonight is one of the memories that everyone here will hold close to their hearts. Graduation marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of next. Today is one of the many important days in your life and your families. There have been others: your first start on the football team, your confirmation, receiving your driver's license, on your first date, and there will be others too. The wedding day, birth of your children, your first real job, and your first real paycheck. But I want to focus on the 2 most important days of your life. The first being the day you were born, the day you were given the gift of life, the gift of opportunity, and the gift of family. Since that day, your life has been shaped by the experiences that you have had with your parents, your siblings, friends, teachers, coaches, and your faith. All of your experiences up to today and the future will prepare you for the second most important day of your life, the day you discover why you were born, the reason why you're given the opportunity to laugh with your friends, to love your family, to change the world, or be the one that inspires others. For every one of us, there's a reason we are blessed with life. Discover that reason, and your life will be full. Not full of money, vacations, or fancy cars, full of what matters: love, peace, and happiness. Appreciate the moment you are in, because the now is where love, peace, and happiness lives. Congratulations and good luck.
All right, here we go. Please welcome to the stage Kylie Kotecki and Ashley Hanneman. All right, first row. You guys ready for this? goody. Who's going first?
I will do the pen.
Just wait a second. Let him swing around.
Are you telling us like when to go?
And swing around. What?
You're telling us like when to go?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay.
I'm ready.
Push it up. Here we go.
Bethany Lynn Aarons. Michael Edward Aarons. Rebecca Noel Andrews. Grant Jeffrey Bauman.
There you go. You got a good rhythm now. Wait till they get to me and then go with the next one.
Brooks Ryan Mankey. Marshall Patrick Bennett.
I keep forgetting to tell you to go.
Yes.
You can go when they get to me. How about that?
Blake Austin Byard.
Yeah.
Landon James Byard.
Go, boy.
Beverly Rose Block. Jenna Lynn Bohazic.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob John Raza. Elizabeth Helen Bird. Serenity Lynn Clausen.
There we go.
Grace Olivia Collins. Claire Marie Conklin.
Nice shot, Claire.
Joseph Michael Danielak. Trinity Ann Delvo.
Go ahead, Rebecca.
Ryder Colin DeMars. Isaac Donald Dennis.
All right. You guys got a good rhythm now.
Mason John Dorsey. Madeline Jane Drong.
Fargali. Cassandra Marie Flett. Kane Robert Fort. Soraya Leanne Frederickson. Sydney Rose Giroux. Achal Manjanath Gowda. Cole Stewart Bravian. Tyrin Michael Gramala. Lauren Marie Hoffman. Brody Robert Hipke. Chase Michael Jansen. Amaris Jade Jassic. Delaney Yvonne Jashinsky. Avery Marin Johnson. Joshua Stephen Johnson. Sean Daniel Johnston. George Leon Jones. Avery Jean Kehoe. Kaylee Faye Kine. Kevin Ryan Clyham. Troy Allen Puzzlebucky. Brenna Teresa Yvonne Kowalski Fisher. Jared Dean Lemke. Madison Marie Mallett. Madeline Alice Mans. Cassie Ann Markowitz. Trevor Lucas Morford. Braden Tessner Murphy. Andrew James Nelson.
There you go, Nellie. Nice job. Congratulations.
Lexus Allen Nemick.
Hey, nice job, Lex.
Elijah Robert Nystrom. Carson Matthew Harris. Thomas Joseph Parrott. Mark James Pesh.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice job, Nellie.
Allison Iris Peters. Natalie Joe Peterson. Brooklyn Leanne Phillips.
Do you know what you're doing?
Hannah Elizabeth Piota. Presley Lucille Flynn.
Plymouth.
John Clayton Paquette.
Congratulations.
Caleb James Croft.
Hey, nice gold cords. Oh, you're going to do that one.
Faith Janine Rich.
Oh, man. Seriously.
Grace Marie Rich. Dakota James Rose.
Nice job.
Kyle James Ruber.
Nice job, Kyle.
Sarah Sazia.
Congratulations.
Zachary Scott Shoup.
Zachary.
Akira Marie Smalls. Max Andrew Steffen.
Nice job, man.
Ella Delaney Stibbe. JC Marie Tun. Katera K. Vanderwegen.
You got this.
Jenna Lynn Viria. Dylan James Young.
Glad you guys like them.
Ashley Faith Hanneman. Kylie Marie Kotecki.
All right, you're out of here. Wait for her to go by. All right, seniors, please stand. I am pleased to announce that you may move your tassels from the right to the left, signifying you are now graduates. I'm proud to declare the 132nd graduating class from Peshtigo High School, the class of 2023.